All right, hold on. We are in. What's up, Anna?
What's up, Roselle?
This is the historical podcast. Anna, let's
History
do this.
Radio. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, man. What a week. So how you feeling?
I am feeling better.
Good.
Just so everybody knows, I took my 2 shots. I did the Moderna shots. So anybody who's going to take their shots, just be prepared for them. The second shot is no joke.
That's what I've heard. I've had my first one. So, yeah.
What? Anna?
Yeah.
I didn't know you did it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, stuff like that to me, I mean, it's not a big deal because if you grow up a doctor's kid, you're just not going to think much about getting a shot. You're just going to get it when you can. And I volunteer for giving out food for a friend, which I don't really, but he said that I should just say that I did, I mean, theoretically I do. So I was like, okay, I'll go get the shot. I didn't think I could, but they didn't check anything. So yeah, so I'll be pleased. I get my second one on the 25th.
Nice.
Yeah. I was talking with Age today about whether we're ever going to be able to go back and do shows at your place.
I think we will.
Yeah, because I was sort of like bummed out about some stuff, and he said, "Come over and smoke some weed." I'm like, I can't, man. I've gone because if I go over and smoke weed with Age, I get too high to drive.
Yeah, you should have told him to come to you.
He can't. He's allergic to cats.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would. So, yeah. Oh man. So you're on to do the Zoom for me this weekend, right?
Yeah, let's still do it. What day?
Saturday.
It's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Starts 10 a.m. Cool.
So do you want me to zoom it from my computer, or how are we doing this?
From mine, and then I'll just make you a host.
Okay. All right. You said at 10?
Yeah, but I want to open up the Zoom room like at 9:30 or so. So
okay.
Yeah, getting down there, man. I'm a little nervous, but
I know you're nervous. So do you have everything already set?
Pretty much. I mean, I have a presentation that I'm doing that I'll be working on up until the last minute, but I've just been sending people Zoom links, and yeah, I pretty much there'll be another article coming out. I have the ASL interpreters confirmed. So yeah, I think I do.
Okay. All right. I will be here, help you host it. And you just let me know what you need me to do.
Cool. Okay. We're starting on Facebook. Let's see who this is going to and what it looks like.
All right. I'm going to send you the YouTube version.
Okay. We can't see if this is public, or not.
Okay, let's see. What is her name? Anna Bergman.
Facebook.
Here we go. I think I just sent it to you.
Okay, cool.
I think I just sent it to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So here we go, man. So shit is seriously going down on the border, the southern border. We're
I
gonna
heard, man. So, what is your thoughts on that whole situation?
okay. Um, my thoughts is that I don't want it to fuck Biden, and it easily can. So people are coming over, and because his policies are more humane, so there's like thousands more people coming over since Biden got in, and the Republicans can totally, I mean, just can totally ruin him with it. And I don't want that to happen. My dad said that what they can do is have, pay Mexico to take care of the kids, basically. So I mean, they have to do something. I mean, Biden said like stay where you are to people, but I mean, they don't believe it. They're coming over by the thousands, and people think that people know that he's gonna let their kids in. So I don't know. I mean, I want the United States to, yeah, okay, they believe, I'm quoting here from somebody, they believe that if they get a foot on US soil, Biden will let them stay. He's not sending children back. They're sending them to relatives that are already here. So the Border Patrol said it sent back, oh my God, this is crazy. 100,000 people tried to enter in February. Most of them were sent back. But yeah, I mean, I think he needs to pay attention to the perspectives of people. The Republicans are saying that he has open borders, and Trump got in. I mean, one of the reasons that he was elected was xenophobia. And so when you're the president, you need to address those perceptions, and you need to deal, because people are going to be campaigning on it, and they're going to get in 2 years and block things. And I'm like, no, I do not want Biden's agenda to be blocked because South and Central America had shitty human rights records. I mean, he was sent, yeah, like send aids to those countries and send assistance so that people won't be making that dangerous trip, and crack down on traffickers that are ripping them off. So yeah,
Right.
that's what I think. What do you think?
I've been kind of like lost on that whole situation. I thought it was going to get better when Biden came along, but it seems like to me like it's in the same category. Like people are still kind of flustered about what to do.
Well, he's not separating families.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole thing comes down to what can they do to remedy this situation, and that's the part that to me is like, well, somebody's gonna have to figure out something.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, it's tricky. You have to enforce the law. I mean, I don't it's irrelevant whether I like the law or not. It needs to be enforced, and it needs to be done humanely and legally. So yeah, I mean, if it'll shut the Republicans up, I do think that he should like pay Mexico to house people. If that'll shut the Republicans up, yeah. Just so long as people need to have a decent, safe place to stay. Um, Yeah. So, I mean, it's frustrating because my sister had forwarded a long email because she's a pediatrician, so she's on lists to get information about kids, and my dad was like, sorry, they shouldn't, you know, so yeah. Yeah. So I was watching an interview. I didn't finish watching it with Tucker Carlson was interviewing the president of El Salvador. I need to finish watching it because, yeah, I mean, we need to get, there has to be those conversations. Man, Tucker Carlson is like, but now the highest rated TV host in the country.
Right.
John Oliver did a segment about him. But yeah, CNN's ratings have gone down since Trump left office. So, well, you know, okay. Basically, I think everybody should listen to Al Jazeera and the BBC. Basically. So, man, but speaking of migrants, okay, 8 people in a pickup truck filled with immigrants were killed after the vehicle crashed into another truck during a police chase that began when the driver refused to pull over for a traffic violation. So, and then 13 people were killed last month. So, and then in Great Britain, asylum seekers who crossed the channel illegally to reach Britain face being sent to another country, to Turkey. The Home Secretary plans to take a much, if people, because people get to France, which is an EU country, and then they cross over to Great Britain, which is no longer an EU country. So if people, you're supposed to request asylum at the first country you enter. So that is the legal basis for returning people to Mexico.
This is the historical podcast, and let's do this. You have something planned?
No.
Oh man, what a week! So how you feeling?
No.
Good.
Anna, you don't have nothing playing in the background?
No.
I took my 2 shots. I did the Moderna shots. So anybody who's going to take their shots, just be prepared for the second shot.
Look,
is no joke.
Audience, I'm sorry.
That's my first one.
Shit seriously going down on this on
Yeah.
This is so weird. Where the hell is this coming from?
yeah.
I mean, stuff like that.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
A big deal because
You do or don't?
Yes, I can hear it.
A doctor's kid, you're just not gonna think much about getting.
How is that
getting
happening?
shot. You're just gonna get it when you can, and
You still hear it?
No,
I don't hear it either. I don't know what happened there.
that is weird.
That's very weird. Little feedback, y'all. Little feedback.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm live. Okay, I'm live now. I'm live now. Okay, so yeah, people, anybody that's listening, tap in the chat if you want to come on and visit us. So that's the justification for sending people back to Mexico, is they are supposed to request asylum there. And just everybody be very clear that I am just saying what the law is. I'm not offering an opinion on it. So if people, what they're saying is if people come to France, they need to ask France for asylum, not go across to the not go anywhere else, not go to the UK. So what they're doing, what they want to do is send people to Turkey, which is also not an EU country. And so that's what Australia does. When people try to go to Australia, they send them to Mouse Island, which is I don't even know what the fuck it is. It's not part of Australia. It's like a territory or something. Yeah. And then I was just, and then we talked before about people that are people from West Africa are trying to get to Europe through the Canary Islands because there's now so much. Oh my God, my cat is so fucking weird. It's so weird how he just, come on, smile.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Cat's trying to take the show, everybody.
I know he does, man. He's a show off. So yeah, and because there is so much more policing of the Mediterranean side. So I was just reading about Senegal, where, I mean, their population is just being decimated by people leaving their country, and the numbers of people that are dying are just crazy. And I'll get them when we go on a break. They were kind of just making me very sad. So that's what's going on in Europe. Don't drop. Okay, go low. There you go. I was worried he was going to knock something over. Madeline! Oh my God, it's my niece, Madeline Bergman.
What's up, Madeline?
Madeline Bergman, man.
Madeline Bergman.
Fucking cool. Madeline, I'm sending you an invitation to come on in your. Okay, I'm sending you that right now. My niece. Oh my gosh. Very, very cool. So yeah, honey, if you want to, I'm sending you an invitation now. My niece, the lawyer. Okay. So that's what's going on. So, okay, so we got that part. And so migrants, you have my migrants, you have my prayers, and I wish you could all come stay at my house with me and the cats. Okay, so Shamima Begum, who we've talked about before, is a British woman who ran away at age 15 to join ISIS. And that was 6 years ago. And she had 2 children. She's had 3 children die, and she was not allowed to come back to Great Britain. They stripped her of citizenship. And you're not supposed to be able to do that if you leave somebody stateless, but they're claiming that since she was in fucking Syria or something, that she has citizenship. So they're saying she's a terrorist and she can't come back to Great Britain, which is just fucked up because women have no power in that culture. Even she's staying in a refugee camp, and there's people like, they have women, they have the mentality of like letting a couple women sort of be the overseers of all the women, and they're brutal. They like beat up on they, and there's women that sort of entice young women to come over and join ISIS, but most of them are just abused and treated as baby machines. And yes, they should absolutely be allowed back. If you don't do that, and so there was a picture of Shamima Begum in the camp, and she's now wearing normal clothes. Yay. She's not like in the bag thing. So, cause yeah, I mean, she didn't do anything. She just ran away and joined a bunch of psychotic murderers. She didn't kill anyone. And so it's just fucked up. I mean, she's a citizen of Great Britain. She should be allowed back. She should be allowed to come back and start a life. She was 15. She did something real dumb. And I'm willing to bet she was sorry I'm willing to bet she was probably sorry before she even got there. So yeah. So yeah, Shamima, we are sending you our best wishes. So now this is kind of interesting. So we've talked a lot about reparations and how this can be done. And the Jesuit Catholic priests have vowed to raise $100 million to benefit the descendants of the enslaved people that were once owned by the Jesuits. Georgetown University, and in 1838, they sold 272 men, women, and children when Georgetown was about to be bankrupted. So with genetic tracing and records and all that, they have been able to find the actual descendants of those people. So the Jesuits have an organization, and they are committed to doing this, to promote racial reconciliation initiatives across the United States. So, I mean, I think if anybody that has an opportunity, any institution that has an opportunity to do something like that should, because it will set an example and show how things like that can be done. I mean, I don't know what that would be like, man. If you're like a student at Georgetown, you should know that your university was propped up by human rights abuses, and they need to, if you can right a wrong, you should do that. And so it was partnerships. And in 2018, nuns created a reparations fund for scholarships. Historians say that nearly all the orders of Catholic sisters established by the late 1820s enslaved people. So it's really, nobody likes to think that sort of thing about their ancestors, and religious orders really don't want to think about their past in that way. So they need to set an example. They need to do the right thing and demonstrate that. So yeah. And the priests and nuns should be the first in line, set an example. So okay, antiquities. I was looking at a long, wow, I was watching a segment about museums in Afghanistan. There was a museum in Afghanistan that was destroyed in 1993 and rebuilt. And so this was a story about someone who was the daughter of an art dealer. And after he died, he went, he'd been dead for years, and she went to a safe deposit box and opened it up. And here was one of the Benin, like a priceless artifact that was in there, like wrapped in a blanket.
Oh, wow.
And she took a bus home with it. So that was, she returned that. Okay, and then this was, okay, it was stolen. Okay, there's an exhibit in Germany that was 3 years ago, which was called Looted Art, with a question mark. It's like not a question. This was a really complicated one. And so, I mean, because these people are art dealers and they're claiming that they didn't know where these things came from. Okay, yeah. So, but the problem with Afghanistan is that, I mean, the museums, I mean, there's still bombings and abuses going on of the antiquities. So that is kind of a problem. Okay, this was really funny. Okay, there was a mosaic from Caligula that was just returned to Italy, and a art dealer had used it as a coffee table, and you can even see like rings on it. I mean, can you imagine? Like, my mom was big on coasters. I mean, like, how the fuck could you just be letting people sit their glasses down? I mean, come on. That is so fucked up. Like, just imagine, there's a coaster. But this lady said that there's somebody called the Art Squad Authorities in Italy. Doesn't that sound like a movie?
Yeah. So what do they do? Bust you if you don't have a coaster? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they bust you for putting rings on the table because you're not using a coaster. They get stuff back. And so but this woman said that she should have a medal for not fighting it. Like, what? You want people to think you're great just because you did the right thing and the legal thing and returned that? But it demonstrates how much easier it is. I mean, obviously, for Europeans to get their things returned than for non-Europeans. The person who found the Benin bronze. Okay, yeah. The marble from Afghanistan was sold to German Museum in 2013, and all the information they had was, it was from a private French collection. Like, okay, that could be anything. Like, there was somebody else who returned marbles to Benin in Nigeria, whose grandfather had been a soldier over there and just took it for souvenirs. I mean, and people didn't know better back then, but now they do. Okay, so there's a lot going on with that. Yeah, so the mosaic from Caligula was returned to Italy. And okay, Brazil has been hit really hard by the coronavirus, because their president, Trump's buddy, did not take it seriously, and so it's had a particularly bad effect on indigenous populations. So the last surviving male member of an indigenous Amazonian tribe in Brazil has died from coronavirus, leaving just 4 female members behind and ending his lineage. There were 15,000 people in this tribe in the 18th century when their existence was first recorded, but numbers have been driven down due to disease and massacres. By 1934, around 100 members of the tribe remained, but a massacre 30 years later left just 6 members of the tribe alive, including this guy and his brother-in-law, who died in 1999, leaving Mr. Juma as the final surviving male member. So he had, leaving just, I mean, it kind of drives me crazy that, you need to report the news as it's felt, as it's expressed by the people that are living it. But if you are a Western paper that, or whatever, that doesn't think male lineage is the be all and end all, you might want to reflect that. I mean, I'm curious about these guys' daughters. Like, well, what do they do? And just because, I mean, their children will be descendants of this tribe, I mean, not legally, but culturally. So yeah, I would be interested to know what they have to say about it. And yeah, otherwise, people in Brazil, man, don't listen to your fucking president. Trump is now telling people to get the vaccine. Yeah. Trying to take.
Did you just say Trump is telling people to get the vaccine?
Yeah.
What's the change of heart?
I don't know. But, there's tons, I don't know. He must think that, I mean, he got it. Oh,
yeah, but at first,
because he's trying to take credit for it being gotten out. Yeah. Yeah. So you want to take a break?
My computer, my whatchamacallit, is in my car.
Oh, okay.
But I could probably play some off of YouTube if you want to try that.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see what we can play.
Okay, Facebook, we'll be right back.
Let's see what we can find on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, see. Okay. Let's hit enter. See what we come up with. Nope. Oh, I'm trying to find something, Anna. Let's see if I can find something. Let's see. Nothing. Anna. I can't find nothing.
Oh, no?
Yeah, I'm trying to find something. I just can't Find nothing that won't get us kicked off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Let's see if this will show something. Oh, this is age. Let's see how this goes. Here we go. Hold on.
Excuse me. Can I ask you a question? Do you have a permit? Yes, a permit. Yes, I'm gonna need a permit for you. And your black ass. Sits around me. Who am I? I'm Karen. And I need a motherfucking permit from you and your black ass. I'm gonna call the fucking police. 6:30 a.m. early jog through the barrio. Stretching my legs to get some cardio. Minding my biz, then I'm approached by a sorry hoe. Yo, she was a Karen. She wouldn't stop staring. Fucking with age, I kick you dead in your rear end. I stepped in, I told her we're gonna have problems if she stepped any closer. Yo. Back the fuck up before I get to wildin' and act the fuck up. Trailer trash ass, looking like she lives in the back of a junkyard. Punk broad, yelling some shit about how Trump's God. Unhappy meat bitch with fiendish rays. Mad cause she ain't seen penis for days. Yo, I ain't caring about a Karen. Mad at life, she's a shitty wife is what
Oh no.
yo, fuck Karen.
Oh no.
Karen, I get my homegirl to suck a punch a Karen. Catch a Karen at Walmart, acting all smart. Smack her dome out the ballpark. Karens feel shady, always spreading lies, yo. Fucking with you first thing, quick to call 5-0. You punk bitches, hope all you Karens die slow. What? How dare you talk to me like that?
I'll be right back. I have to get my cat.
Karen, I rent everything. Everything is mine. Your family, your soul, everything is mine. If you don't like it, I will call the police. Then I will make a video. Then I will lose my job a week later for looking so stupid. And you know what? Fuck it. Where's your manager at? Your daughters can't even sell water without being harassed. Without Karen and her ass hating, making a fool of herself while you're videotaping. She's choking on her dog, and you have a million followers, and you're well spoken in your blog, and your video went viral. And her 9 to 5 just got an iPhone. From employee to the month, to Karen and her ass hating, making a jerk. Then Karen. I'm so sorry. I don't know what really came over me. I blacked out. I'm so apologetic for my acts that you caught me on videotape. And now I lost my job. I lost all the respect of my coworkers, my friends, my family. And now no black men want to fuck me no more.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That was age. Age. That was, man. I didn't peep that one, age. Ooh.
Age.
That was a good Karen anthem. That was age. That's my boy Age got from Duck Soup, the host of Duck Soup.
Age. Yes. Yeah. Will you send that to me? Was it right? Is it on the Duck Soup?
You know what? I'll send that to you. I can find it. It's easy. I'm gonna. Or do you want me to? You want me to send it to you by messenger, or do you want me?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, that was, man. That was something right there.
Age.
Let's see. Yeah, that was woo.
The one and only.
That's it. There you go. You got it.
Hey, okay, we're back, man. We were just okay. Fudgy, I'm gonna send Fudgy an invitation. Fudgy,
Come on in, Fudgy.
come on, Fudgy, Fudgy. Oh, so okay. Now this might not. This is really bad. Okay, this is kind of some Karen news, and it will become more obvious in just a moment. Okay, so first of all, rest in peace, Sarah Everard. She was a young British woman who was walking home at night and was killed by a cop. So it has been something really galvanizing for people. There's been a lot of women out demonstrating all over England. And for some fucking crazy reasons, cops decided to bust it up. And so there's photos like of women being dragged by cops. Okay. So this just made me think like, okay, could this actually educate people a little bit about police brutality, since they're like dragging white women down the sidewalk, basically? So it was just weird. I was just looking at it and I was thinking about all the protests in the United States, and so they're not really. I'm sort of waiting for more people to start bringing that up in Great Britain, because there's the phenomenon of, we've talked a lot about missing and murdered indigenous women, and how then there's the missing white woman syndrome, which means the entire country is coming out to demonstrate. So those images were a trip, and I fully support everybody getting out there to protest and demonstrate, but I myself would not, in order to go protest for something like that, it would need to be expanded, very clearly expanded, to include more people, more women that are missing. But yeah, that was weird. It's really sad. I mean, but oh shit, and then oh God, the fucking okay, there was that guy in that just where was it, the guy? Okay, now where was it where the guy just went on a rampage at tanning salons?
Man, that was in Atlanta. I heard about that.
Yeah. Okay. And the chief of police in Atlanta said the guy was having a bad day. So yeah, let's hope he goes down. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So in other words, people obviously, terrorists are white guys. They are the terrorists for the most part, but not in Mozambique. This was so fucked up by months. In Mozambique, children as young as 11 are being beheaded as part of an Islamist insurgency that has killed thousands and forced many more from their homes, and they're linked to ISIS. And the U.S. Embassy in Mozambique said that American special forces would train Mozambican Marines, and they are supposed to be there to help with the insurgency. Someone needs to. So yeah, white guys and ISIS. It's too bad that ISIS should down. ISIS needs to recruit some of those white guys, man. I think they'd get along very well. They just would have to, they just have to like surmount a few things, but
that's one of the weirdest things. The same type of people tend to not really link together. They never interact. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, like I'll give you an example. Like, why is it that the KKK and gangbangers never really fight each other? You ever notice that? That never happens.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. When both sides target people, they target innocent people most of the time. Why don't they ever go against each other? It's just the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, yeah, but gangbangers aren't hate groups.
They're not a hate group, but I'm talking more of the gang side of it. To me, KKK is it may be a hate group, but they're still a gang, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's a group of them, but what I'm saying is, you never just hear any KKK saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna go out and kill a bunch of Crips," or "I'm gonna kill a bunch of Bloods," or you never hear Bloods or Crips saying, "I'm gonna go kill some KKK people."
Because that's not right. Why don't?
I'm just saying it. If you ever notice it, it never ever crosses into those situations. Just like you were just saying with the terrorists. I mean, it's the chances of a white terrorist dealing with ISIS. I mean, it's just not gonna. It's for some reason it's just not gonna happen.
Well, they have a lot more in common than the gang. I mean, gangbangers don't have. I mean, gangbangers aren't trying. They don't have an ideology to wipe out.
Right. I'm talking more. Not just ideology. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying it's like a negative and positive. Two negative and positive magnets, that you can't put together. You can't put them together.
Well, actually, I mean, Elijah Muhammad did have meetings with the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, but
because they did have the Black Muslims did have an ideology.
Yeah.
So
but I'm just saying they never. How can I put it? It's like I've never seen them go at it with each other. Yes, they may have little meetings here and there, but as in like I've never really seen a KKK member say, "I'm going to kill a Farrakhan Muslim," or "I'm going to go after a Farrakhan Muslim." They don't do that. I've never seen that happen.
Well, you're not going to, Rizal. It's not like they're going to invite you to their meetings.
No, I understand that, but it's never happened.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it happen. It's never happened. That's the point. I'm okay. They may have said it. Maybe they said all kinds of stuff. I mean, anybody can say anything in a meeting, but I'm just saying track record wise, I've never seen it happen.
They lynched people.
Yeah. Have they lynched a Farrakhan Muslim?
Well, no, because there weren't Farrakhan Muslims in the places where they were lynching.
Well, I'm just saying there's some now. How come? I mean, they're still KKK. How come you never heard about them lynching? And Farrakhan Muslims have been around long enough for them to be somewhere to where they could plan to lynch one or try. How come they never tried it?
Well, there's the fruit of it. Well, Farrakhan Muslims have more guns, I think.
That's what I'm saying. It's just I noticed that when people are of the same, I don't know what. To me, it's like they're equal in a weird way. For a KKK member to mess with them, it will be like you're messing with someone that can get with you back. So they won't do it. As in messing with a black guy walking down the street,
Yeah.
or an old black man walking down the street, or a homeless black man walking down the street. I
Yeah.
just notice you never see. What I'm saying is I've never seen either side mess with each other. And that's what I was talking about with the gangbangers. I've never seen KKKs try to lynch a gang member. Everybody they've lynched that I've heard of has been innocent people, normal people. I've never heard of them saying, "Oh, they lynched the Crip or they lynched the Blood."
Well, if you look at you look at some of them being, well, some of them are, well, some of them are cops.
Yeah.
So, and basically some of the cop killings are lynchings. So yeah, so I mean, I think that they, I mean, they have to be, they have to be more careful now. They can't get away with it as easily as they used to. I mean, there's more laws now about juries and trials and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, they have to be a little bit more cautious. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of cops that are in the KKK or sympathize with the KKK. And so some of the killings and stuff they do are, yeah. But I don't know, man. I think that I think the KK, I mean, I don't see gang banging as being ideological the way the KKK and ISIS are. I think KKK and ISIS would get along better.
I just don't think because they're the same type they would. It's just I don't know. It seems like the same. When people are even, they seem to not really go at it with each other, as in when someone's more dominant than the other. That's what I've noticed.
But they did. I mean, they did. Farrakhan did meet with the.
Yeah, he met with them, but I'm saying as in how many.
He did business with them.
He did business. I'm talking about they meet up in a more respectful way.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you've never really seen a KKK member kill a Farrakhan Muslim or try to hang one. You've never really seen a KKK member try to hang a gangbanger. I've never heard of that ever happening.
Actually, well, I don't know, man. If you
and I'll say vice versa too. I've never seen a gangbanger go after a KKK member either.
Well, I don't think they're in so much of the same areas. I mean, shit. It's not that the KKK isn't like everywhere undercover, but
right.
I don't know. Good. Is my niece still listening? No, she's not, because I think that the ultra Orthodox Jews need to hook up with the ultra Muslims, because they are pretty much the same about subjecting women. My brother got real mad at me when I said that. My niece isn't still listening. My niece wouldn't really like that much either, because she's a Zionist. Yeah, I just, it's the ideological thing that's different. When it is part of your, like, the Nation of Islam, they believed that white people were the devil, and the Ku Klux Klan believed that, people that weren't like them were, whatever, that Black people and Jews and everybody were, they didn't like, I think they didn't like Catholics either. They really didn't like anyone. So, you know, they had an ideology that that these people are wrong. So I think, I mean, that's the there's a thing now of, that's kind of the definition of genocide, when it's a belief that a certain culture or communities or a group of people need to be wiped out. It's not just killing people to kill them, and it's based on a belief system. So that's kind of the difference. So, you know, and it's like, that's why, I mean, you know, and people think that somebody like Shamima Begum, who was part of that, can't get out of that mentality, even though, like, Jesus, okay, like, you want somebody to get out of the mentality that they are worthless and only good to have babies.
Mm.
Yeah. So, okay. Good, my niece isn't listening anymore. The state of Israel has pledged at least twice as many doses to faraway countries that are its allies as it has so far promised to the nearly 5 million Palestinians living in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. And once again, it's the same fucking discussion that the Israeli government gives each time somebody tries to address their human rights problems. People will say, like, well, why aren't you giving anything to the Palestinians? And they'll say, well, the Palestinian Authority is supposed to manage that. Well, there is a blockade. You have that area blockaded, so stuff can't get in, and the rest of the world considers you an occupying power, and occupying powers are supposed to provide medical supplies. So they are giving, because Israel has gotten a lot of people vaccinated, so they're giving vaccines to Hungary, where one of our least, I don't know, man. I almost see Viktor Orban. I think he's worse. I think he's worse than Trump. Trump was able to do, he simply cannot do as much damage as Trump, since Hungary is not the US. But no, I think he's worse. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, but I mean, he's a total anti-Semite, but he recognizes the state of it, and urge countries that move their embassies to Jerusalem are getting vaccines. So fucked up. And this was really amazing. So, okay, so fragments of a biblical scroll and other relics have been found in what officials in a cave in Israel, and it's written in Greek, and the cave is called the Cave of Horrors because 40 skeletons were discovered there in the early 60s. The belief was that they had been part of the rebellion against the Romans. So it was so they found rare coins, a 6,000-year-old mummified skeleton of a child, and a basket from 10,000 years ago. That is so wild. Yeah. So, okay, I didn't, okay, so in So in Uganda, Bobby Wine has been arrested and released. So that is the continuing saga of Bobby Wine. And okay, in the Russian ambassador to the United States has been recalled to Russia because Biden called Putin a killer. So yeah, Putin is not, Biden is not kowtowing to Putin, and he is saying that something's going to happen. And so Alexei Navalny, the opposition leader, has been moved to what's basically a concentration camp, some penal colony. His supporters are under house arrest, and the Russian police broke up an opposition conference and detained 200 people, including high-profile opposition figures. So Navalny's lawyer was allowed to visit him. So I don't know, maybe something will actually happen to to try and do something about Putin. I mean, and then there is revolution happening in Myanmar in response to the military coup. And so there's been a lot of deaths from that. So yeah, that's what's, a lot of and it's like students and young people out leading it. So yeah, so what else is going on in the Oh shit, poor Gavin Newsom, man. I guess it's really easy to recall people in California. I mean, it's just so fucking stupid. I mean, when was he, God, wasn't he just elected like 2 years ago?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's so fucking stupid to do a recall. I mean, it's expensive. You're going to do all of that, and then you need to get somebody in, and then they're just going to need to run again in like a year or two. So
Right.
I don't know, man. It's just fucked up. It's just like a fucked up thing to try and, keep I mean, he should be able to do his job, and try and get the state, try and do his best for the state. And it's just stupid. He shouldn't need to be spending his energy on that now. So, I mean, it's not like, like sit it out, because like basically if he has two more, I mean, if he runs for re-election, he's going to need to start doing that in a year. So you're basically, yeah. So whatever, Gav. We do not need to be dealing with this shit. So kids in Vallejo are going to be working their way back to school next month. Yeah.
How are they receiving that? Are they liking it?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really talked to any kids about it, but yeah, I'm sure they are. I mean, people want to kids want to see their friends. I mean, yeah, I was just hearing about it today from somebody that works at the school district.
That's good. So we're starting to open stuff up again. Yay.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So, okay, so this weekend is the Fired Rustin Symposium.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I am tripping out. So we have the presenter about Black ASL, and so that's going to be interesting. And then my thing sort of switched around. I was going to call what I did the legacy of Bayard Rustin. I think now I'm just calling it the archives, but I realized that for my presentation, it went like when I first did it, I would show these images of the archives, but that doesn't really make sense. It's hard to see. And the reason to have those things is just to research them. So I'm working on doing more of, can you share, can you let me screen share?
Sure. You know how to do it?
Well, that's what I want to see.
Okay, so
It's
you want
okay.
me to pass you the host?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on here. Hold on.
I'm gonna
How do
need
I
to
do
be
it on this one?
practicing this before Saturday.
Hold on here. Oh, here we go. More. So I'm gonna make you the host. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. You're the host.
Okay. Desktop. Okay. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so PowerPoint. Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so this is what it will look like.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh, cool. I have this. Yeah, so I'm just trying to make it more lively and oh, cool. Awesome.
So you're gonna have to tell me, I guess, when you want me to host it and when you don't.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, can you start it well, can we co-host it?
No, there's only one host.
Really?
Yeah, there's no way to co-host it. Like you can kind of flip it back and forth.
Yeah, that's what we should do. But there is a way, but if you're the host, like if wow, interesting. Like if you're the host, there is a way to, I mean, like you don't need me to give you can regain hosting.
No, you have to give it back.
No, there is a way to get
How do I do that?
um
I've tried. Let me
it's
see. Oh, I see it. Yeah, there is
yeah,
a way.
yeah. Okay, go ahead. You can take it back. But
I don't know. Okay.
yeah, I mean, 'cause I was wondering about that because there's got to be a way to do that.
I didn't know that. Okay. So technically, to reclaim it, you just click back on participants and it'll ask you, do you want to reclaim it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because I was like, God, there's got to be a way to do that because shit.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a way to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I happened to notice it when I was fooling around with my Zoom a different time because as I know very well, man. Okay, I have learned my fucking lesson, man. I let people in on my project and they tried to take it over. I'm not doing that again, man.
Well, either way, no one would. You have the right people. I know I wouldn't take it over, but I just want to make sure I know when I'm supposed to be on or if I need to. That's why I would say if you passed it to me, then I would know you're ready for me to come on. I wouldn't want to just take it over thinking you want me to take it over.
Oh, I don't mean you at all, man. I mean some other fucking people that went ahead and like scheduled an event for the same time as mine. That's
Whoa.
yeah, that's what they fucking did, man. I just was like, because it had all been the whole day had been scheduled, but I just decided that I was like, okay, I said, okay, I'm going to do half of this because I don't want to run the Zoom all day and raise all the money. Y'all aren't doing
So now let me
anything.
ask you this. Are they doing the same thing you're doing?
They're calling their thing the Bayard Rustin Symposium. Yeah. I mean, they have different presenters, but so they actually like changed the times. I mean, it's the same people that were going to be presenting, but they were going to be presenting in the afternoon. They fucking changed the times so that it's in the morning when mine is, when my
That's
presenters
messed up. So technically, they're trying to jack you pretty much.
basically. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's messed up.
It's really messed up. When I told my friend, I mean, Fudgy was like, Fudgy's been around, and when I told him about it, he was like, that is about the most fucked up thing I've ever
That
heard.
is. That's messed up, man.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that you're gonna do it at a certain time and they choose to do it and call it the exact same name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know.
I was like, whoa, because like even like it's the same. I was like, okay, wait, we had the schedule. I was like, okay, so wait, you just told somebody that you just switched somebody from 1 p.m. to 10 a.m. or something just to be an asshole. And yeah, so, and then they now have on their website, they're claiming that they've been doing Bayard Rustin symposiums since 2013. But people know, but it's just fucked up because it means that people, and I have a lot more publicity, but there's definitely people that, it's like people that know them that would have been coming to my thing and then are going to be at their thing. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been pretty rattled. I mean,
yeah, that's a low blow.
It's a real low blow. Yeah, I had posted about it on Facebook today, so everybody was really nice. Everybody was like sending me messages and stuff, and
yeah, that's messed up. Yeah. That's not even. I don't even know what you can even say about that.
I'm just trying not to say anything. I mean, I'm like, okay, well, people are going to figure, okay, people have been seeing me publicizing this thing for months. And now there's suddenly another flyer going around saying that they're the Bayard Rustin Symposium. And I said, like, they just could have done their thing in the afternoon online, and they're not even doing it on Zoom. They're just like doing it on a website. Just fucking stupid, man. Because that's the big thing on, like, for doing it on Zoom. I want to have, hopefully like lots of people commenting, and yeah, they're not. And then people can be watching it on the live stream. So yeah. I mean, it was just weird. It was like, whoa, you really went out of your way to fuck me over. I mean, because then it's like, it's not like somebody can like be an asshole just because they don't give a shit. But I'm like, whoa, you changed your entire schedule just to be an asshole. So yeah, but that's, people are just gonna have to make up their own minds. So
that's messed up.
Yeah, very messed up. So I was reading a biography of okay, there's a book called, remember we used to talk about books, so there's a book called Harriet the Spy, which came out in the early 60s. It was really, really popular because it was one of the first, like because the kid was, so it was a kid named Harriet, and she like wore overalls, and her thing was she'd get home from school, and she had like a spy, and she just would go around and spy on people, and she had a notebook, and she would like climb over, and it all took place in New York City, and they were really rich families, so part of it she had a nanny and they had a cook, and so that was part of it. She'd come, I mean, it's like her parents were like never around, or she'd come home and the cook would give her a snack, and when she was at the dinner table, if she started to act up, her parents would just yell at the nanny to come get her. So she would and then they had apartments used to have something called a dumbwaiter, which was like for garbage. It was like a thing on a pulley where you could open up a door and get the dumbwaiter up to put your garbage in it, and it would go back down. So Harriet, this just back, damn it, Logue. So Harriet would climb into the dumbwaiters and go up to spy on people that way. And she she had a friend. Her best friend was named Janie, who was a little girl that wanted to blow up the world. These kids were just horrible. I mean, it was just one of the things that made the story so much fun, is that these kids were really pretty nasty and bratty and spoiled. And so the subtext was like, Harriet didn't want to do any girl type stuff. She didn't want to do dancing. She always wore like overalls. So that was and so I was reading a biography of the author of the Harriet the Spy books, and Louise Fitzhugh, and she was an artist and writer, and she only wrote a couple books, and she wrote one that is lost now, but she was from a really wealthy Southern family, and her parents had a custody fight, and this was like the 1930s. I mean, stuff like that didn't happen so much. And so she was told that her mom, so she was never even told about that. She was told that one of those things, she was told her mom didn't want her. So she had all that confusion she was dealing with. And then she was gay. So she was trying to figure out all that as like a Southern girl in the 1930s. I think she's from like Alabama or something like that. So she went to New York City and had a pretty great artistic type life, and pretty much was able to just do her own thing, which was really cool. And I actually stopped reading the book because the biography, because it was kind of what you could expect. But I was just, I don't know, man. I've just been trying to like read some less serious things this week, or try and get my mind off stuff. But yeah, it has not been easy. And then also to get my mind off stuff, I was planning my event about Frances screening the film about Frances Perkins, FDR's labor secretary. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a benefit for Vallejo Naval Historical Museum. So I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out how to do the tickets and all that right now. But I don't know. I keep feeling like real freaked out about all this bullshit from people. And then, I mean, people are awesome to me, and I'm bummed we haven't done the Twitch Talk podcast in a while, the thing about Bewitched, and I really miss doing that. So hopefully that will be back on in a couple months. So yeah, they're a lot of them are watching WandaVision, which hasn't really interested me too much, but I guess that has like some echoes of Bewitched in it. Yeah. Want to take another break?
Sure. Let me put on, see what we got.
Okay, we be right back, Facebook.
We will be back. Let's see what we got. Let's do some more age. Let's see.
Yeah.
What does age have? Casa Amor. Let's do some Casa Amor here. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Share it. Go right there. Here we go. Casa Amor by age.
Wrote this on the day that T'Challa passed away. Rest in peace, bro. Life's been getting more stressful every day. Pollution in the air makes the sky above the gray. Getting killed by police every day like it's okay, but hey, like Pac said, yo homie, keep your head up. Speak your mind all the time, never shut up, never let up. They want us to die. They want us to not even try. They want us to fight us, you and I, is suicide. But who am I to talk? Brothers get splattered, but our lives don't really matter. We just get outlined in chalk. And it's not only the popo that be blapping us. Homies killing homies over rap because shit is berserk. But hey, who am I to judge? Homie, put in your work. Mama, if some dudes wanna pay you to twerk, I can't care. Nigga barely breathing, no fresh air out there. I stop breathing, cause this cotton kneeling on my neck is not fair. So I'd rather catch a fair one, and I double dare and caring staring. I would love to air one, yo, but then I would be no better than that 17-year-old breaking the AR. Some celebrate that asshole like he's a star. Fuck. So if this is the world that we have left, gonna ride till it's my last breath. Stay passionate, positive, appreciate whatever God has sent my way, cause we living in the last days. Hold on to my loved one while I can still see them, and try to be a decent human being, not a heathen. Thank you, Lord, for keeping a nigga breathing. Ladies and gents, this evening you're being entertained by that dude AGN, full effect. Even if I don't get a check, I still get mad respect.
We're back.
We're back. Why do people send children? Okay. So did you follow any of the Golden Globes or Oscars or any of that stuff?
No,
What
I
about
stopped watching.
What about
I stopped
Kurt
watching that
Franklin?
stuff years ago.
Oh yeah.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
Yeah. Yeah. My friend Samson was talking about it on his podcast. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't follow enough of that stuff. So, but you see my cat? No, Lo, go this way, homie. Oh,
Cat said, "I want to." That cat said, "I want my own podcast."
I know. Well, he would just see. He's like, it's fine if he just wants to come, like, be in the show, but he's like obsessing with some. I have my iPad set up here, and I don't want him to knock it over. But yeah, there's a couple. Some of my cats really like Zoom meetings, and he's usually not that interested, but that one does. The Torty one does. Yeah. I was reading today about anxiety, people having anxiety about going back into the world. And I kind of understand that,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, like, people with social anxiety have been enjoying this more. And I don't have social anxiety, but I mean, this past year, there's been people that have been so fucking nasty online. And so it's going to be interesting to see some of them in person. I mean, just people that you would not have expected it from. So yeah. When do you think we can start doing the show in person?
I was talking to Age because Age wants to start doing Duck Soup again like that.
Yeah.
I told him a couple more months. I want to just see how everything fluctuates.
Yeah.
If it stays going down, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I've been waiting to do it for a while anyway.
My friend Jamila wanted to, she wanted to talk with you about the whole, she was saying, yeah, I want to talk with him and I want to get him set up on such and such. And I was like, Jamila, he's a DJ. He knows what he's doing with the tech. She just insists, and I keep going, like, there isn't, she's just insisting that there's a way to do this. And it's like, we can't stream directly to my page from Roselle's Zoom account. We just, so, and
yeah, tell her we can do it, but we only can do either or.
Exactly. She doesn't believe that.
Now, maybe like you said, if there's a different, if we're not on Zoom.
Well, yeah, once we do it, once we're back doing it at your house again, we can just set it up.
Yeah, we can just set it up and both be on. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just set up the iPod. So that's the problem. That's all
But
it is.
if Jamila is watching,
yeah,
when we decide to do it back in my place, you're invited to come over, and if you can show us a way to do it, we'll let you show us this way.
Yeah, see, Age wanted her to come on Duck Soup, and I was going like, yeah, you should go on their show. I was like, you talk to me all the time, so. But yeah, I keep trying to get her to do that. But I was like, Roselle. She's like, tell him he can talk. No, it's like, Roselle can handle this, okay? Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm open to ideas. If she can show it, I'd love to see it.
There isn't a way to do it. I mean,
I know, that's what I'm trying to say. Hey, yeah. But if she can show it,
yeah,
yeah, I've tried too, and it's just like you said, unless there's another kind of Zoom type way of doing it, like not on Zoom, but another total thing. That's the only other way I can see it. But even still, then it's kind of hard to Zoom to try to have a bunch of different, you know what I'm saying, ways of it streaming. That's a lot of work. That's why I don't think it's really possible. That's a lot of work to have it.
Yeah,
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, on all of that at the same time. That's some work.
Yeah, well, and it's just you can't stream to, it has to be to your own accounts. I mean, otherwise nobody would ever get their own account.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then also you got to think that's how they make their money, because if they let you just be on anybody's account,
Yeah.
anybody could Zoom. Why pay? Why would people pay for it?
Yeah, that
You know
would
what I'm
be
saying? You can have one person pay for it and they could Zoom off of everybody's. I mean, it just wouldn't.
yeah, that
It
just
wouldn't
doesn't,
work
just
easy.
doesn't yeah, that just doesn't make sense. So well, maybe by summertime.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's already looking good already. Like I said, the numbers are going down, so we'll
Yeah,
be back at it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't see why people don't like YouTube. All you do is click on YouTube.
I know, but people are used to seeing my show on this platform.
On your live on your I get it.
Yeah, because it just doesn't. Well, I think it's because like when you're just sort of like on Facebook, it'll give you an announcement. It'll tell you who's going live. So
Oh, I get you. So everybody
yeah,
can see your announcement. I get it. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like when we do for the symposium, I mean, the Zoom will be streaming to
On
the
your live, right?
symposium. It's going to be streaming from the symposium page, either from the symposium page or the symposium event.
So you already set it up?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I tried it. I did a test run.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'll
Cool.
be doing so. Yeah, we are not going to be fucking around with this.
Okay. So
Um,
me and you are gonna be doing it from your house.
yeah, but you don't need to be here.
Okay. I could be at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I get what you're saying. I just want to be sure how we're doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I appreciate that so much. Very awesome, man. Yeah. So yeah, we can do that. But what I'll probably do, because I'll be streaming it, but then I'll do like what I have here. I'll be streaming it. The Zoom will be streaming from the Bayard Rustin Symposium, but I'm gonna have it stream. I'm just gonna set it up like this, and so I can stream from my personal page too.
Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't need your phone, because you should just go Zoom straight to live, right? You're gonna do it straight to your Facebook,
It will be to the Bayard Rustin Symposium page.
or I mean to the well. Technically, what I'm meaning is you're gonna have it going to Facebook, which it'll be to the symposium, which is Facebook, your symposium page. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be cool.
Yeah, but then
Okay.
I'm going to set the phone up and stream it like I have this, and just stream the screen to my personal page.
Oh, just to do it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could stream it to the Bayard Rustin Symposium. I made a YouTube account for the symposium, but nobody's going to be on
Right.
it. So
Okay.
yeah. So I think we're getting there. So yeah. I don't have. It's pretty quiet tonight.
Oh yeah, it is. It's really quiet in Vallejo. I'm shocked. Vallejo is like super quiet.
Yeah, I'm so relieved. Because remember last show how I kept like going in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fortunately, they switched out my modem and it's working okay.
Oh, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
Something was wrong with was it an old modem or?
No, it just got fucked up. Yeah, it was just so relieved because I finally, because I did the whole troubleshooting and all of that. I mean, so, I tried that several times, and then I got somebody on the phone, and then fortunately they just came over and swapped it out. Cause I mean, it sucks when they try and make you do the whole thing again. I was, I mean, because I've just been preparing for the show, for the symposium for a while. So I had like, I jacked up my phone service to make sure I could, I had my data so that I could run off the phone if I needed to, but I haven't needed to.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Your Wi-Fi, you got good Wi-Fi. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I do. So
We never, me and you, when we've done shows, we've, for the most part, never had too many problems,
yeah,
especially with the Wi-Fi part of it.
yeah, fortunately. Well, I pay for it, I mean, I'm not gonna be fucking around with, can't. So, yeah, I mean, especially with being on Zoom a lot and yeah. Yeah. So Brenda Crawford is coming home from the hospital. Just awesome. She's been she had a stroke in January. So yeah, it's very quiet around here. Or Facebook's very quiet without Brenda. Yeah, so she's feeling better, coming home and recovering from a stroke. So yeah, so that's good. And then next week we'll have Avanel. We'll have a guest, but a different guest. I wanted to shake it up a bit.
Nice, that'll work.
Yeah.
Now, can you let everybody know what time the Bayard Rustin Symposium starts, or the show?
Yeah. Let me share the screen and I'll pull up the
All right.
flyer.
Let me share the screen, and you are host.
Let's see, this is good because files. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, this is good to know because it doesn't look like it's letting me. Wow, I should just be able to pull up an image. Weird. Wow. I can't just pull up an image from my computer.
Why is that?
Weird. It doesn't give me an option.
That's weird.
Yeah. It shows you can share from Dropbox but it's showing. No, that's no good. Okay, yeah. Oh, weird. No, it's showing you need to connect to Drive. I don't want to do that. Wow. This is the other reason it's good to figure this out. You can't, I thought that's so weird. I thought I could just go into, you should just be able to go into files and get an image.
Okay, something you just did.
Yeah. Not letting me do it. That's weird. There should be a way to do, well, oh, okay. Well, if I change my I can pull it up if I do.
You know another way you might want to try it?
Hmm.
Check this out. Okay. I'm going to reclaim host. Now go in there and pull it up. Did you just pull it up?
Well, I
That's-
just pulled it up from my background.
Now can you pull it up to where it shows on the bar down at the bottom? You know where you have all the like your Google and all that stuff that you see the little toolbar on the bottom?
What little tool? Oh, this?
You know how at the bottom of your computer you have a toolbar, the toolbar that
Yeah.
can you click on the picture or whatever you're trying to do? Can you click on it?
No, that's what I was trying to do.
Will it let you do it now that you're not the host?
No,
Try
because
it now.
you can't share. You can't host
Just trust me.
disabled.
Can you do it? Just try to pull up the picture you're trying to pull.
Well, it's you disabled participant screen sharing.
No. You could pull up the picture without the screen share. Pull up the picture right now.
Well, I just did right here.
No, but can you pull it up? Do you see it on the bottom screen?
I mean, I can pull it up in the chat.
Okay, so you don't see it under your toolbar.
No.
Okay, that's weird. Because like when I pull up a picture, I have the picture of Global History Radio on the toolbar. And I usually keep it there. I keep it there so when if we do something, I can just go straight to it.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it back to you because you pulled it up. Let's see if you can do it now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it back to you as host.
Okay.
Okay, you're the host again. Okay.
No.
You have a bunch of pictures, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's just showing. It's weird. I thought there would just be a way to pull up the JPEG, but there isn't.
you should be able to. I'll show
I
you what
know.
I do.
Okay.
So when I reclaim, let me see if I can show you. So if I share screen, and let's see if I can find. Hold on here. I never see because I can't do it by files, but I usually just go share screen. And I'll go to like this screen right here. So you see like YouTube, right, with H. Scott?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go like this and I get rid of like this, and I'll click on this, what do you see?
The YouTube screen.
You still see it now?
Mm-hmm.
That's impossible. You still see the YouTube screen right now.
Yeah.
That's weird. You shouldn't see it. You still see the YouTube screen even when I took it down.
Yeah. Can't you see it too?
Oh, I see what it's doing. No, I took it down.
That's weird. So what are you looking at?
That's weird that it's doing that. Hold on. That's weird. Hold on. Let me try something else here. Let me try sharing it another way. Okay, this is the screen. Whiteboard. Okay. What do you see now?
A whiteboard?
Okay, when I do this, what do you see?
A whiteboard?
That's weird, dude. It's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Because there's a meeting I go to where she always, there's always she always has like a screen share.
Basic. That's odd. Okay, let's try this one. What do you see now?
Your desktop,
Okay. So what do you see now?
your desktop. Oh, now the global history radio. Did you have it
Okay,
on
so that's the one.
whiteboard?
No, you have to go to. Hold on, let me see which one I went to. I'm gonna stop the sharing. So when I did it, you got to go to screen. So what'll happen is when you go to screen and see, you have to have the picture ready.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm on screen now. Now.
Oh, so you have to do it on. Okay.
You have to go to screen. And so if you go to screen, it shows everything that's on your screen. So if you have the picture ready, you can just go to screen real quick and then click on the picture and make sure the picture is a full screen and it'll be the whole picture. So you want to try it again?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So I'm going to pass the host to you again. Let's do this again. You know, we're still on. Did you want to close this out before?
Yeah,
You wanna close your show out?
I closed out my Facebook.
Okay. So everybody, this is it.
This is it.
Thank you. And can you tell everybody one more time when your
That's
show
right.
is?
Okay, Bayard Rustin Symposium is this Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, streaming on Facebook Live. And if you want to Zoom invite, email Rustin Symposium, RUSTIN, symposium @gmail.com. It will be very cool.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.